Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reading some of the little stories I wrote when I was 12. I feel like I've done one of these before. I know I read like Violet the Spy or something. Anyways, let's get on with the video. But first, let's do the verse of the video. Today's verse comes from Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 NIV. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him and he will make your path straight. Boom Lucky, you may or may not have heard that one before. It depends. But yeah. Okay, so I ran into the treat me like what Jesus. I ran into the book version of this little book versus script. So this is the book. Like, it's written like a book, just so we're clear. It's not like an act, it's 4 pages. It is a full 4 pages. Okay, yeah, okay. Why did this happen? More importantly to me. Okay, before we go too far, I should probably tell you where all this started. It was just a normal day when I was walking home from school, when suddenly this boy came whizzing past me on a skateboard and knocked me over. "Hey," I exclaimed. He turned around and shouted, "Hey." I don't know if I wrote that for him to be flirty or not. Hey. 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 But, anyways. And skated over to me and extended his hand to help me up. "I'm Tyler, what's your name?" As I got up, I said, "My name's Riley," with an annoyed tone. "Riley, pretty name. Hope I knock you over tomorrow," he said with a smirk. I hope I never see him again. But I did. I did see him again. I saw him more than I would have ever thought I would. The writing's not that bad. I just can't read, apparently. When I got home, no one was there, which is unusual, but I went upstairs to start my homework and wait till my mom or sister got home. When pulling my homework out of my bag, I saw a prism-like thing. I took a long stare at it. Then I heard the front door swing open. I ran downstairs and no one was at the door, but the door was wide open, so I called out for my mom and sister, but no answer. So I closed the front door, then went back upstairs and did my homework. After a while, I got kind of hungry, so I went downstairs and the door was open, so I closed it and went to the kitchen and got food. I went back upstairs and soon realized that my mom and sister still weren't home. I was grounded for my phone and it was in a locked box in my mom's room, so I went to my mom's room to look for the key and I couldn't find it. So I checked everywhere in the house but my room. So I checked my room and there it was on my desk. I was just at my desk for a really long time, so how hadn't I noticed it? I'll move past that and go get my phone. I don't think a key randomly appearing on my desk that I had been sitting out for hours would necessarily, and the front door had been open multiple times. I don't know how she's not more concerned. Truly, I don't know how she's not more concerned. Because that's kind of scary. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of scary. I would be scared. And I think she's supposed to be like an 8th grader, maybe, like 13, maybe 13, 14. So how is she not more concerned? I don't know. Once I unlocked and got my phone out, I texted my sister. She didn't respond, so I texted my mom and waited to see if my sister would respond. They both didn't respond, so I started to get worried. Now you're worried? Concerning. But then someone was standing behind me. Maybe he came in when the door was open. Like, the 4 times the door was open. Yeah, maybe he came in there then. "Hey, Riley." I turned around in shock. "Tyler? What are you doing here?" "What, are you not happy to see me?" "Why are you here?" "Just paying a little visit." "Well, can you leave?" I asked, annoyed. "You live alone. Why is nobody here?" He asked with concern. "No, I live with my sister and mom." "No dad?" "Also, where are your sister and mom?" I don't know. They usually get home before me, but they still haven't gotten here yet, I said as my voice got quieter. They got here but didn't come for you? He said, confused and almost in a whisper. Wait, what do you mean? Who's they? His eyes widened, not realizing she heard him. I don't know why that was randomly in, like from the, writing about perspective when it's been in her head this whole time. But that... My dog's snoring like he sounds like a phone buzzing, and I don't like it. But I don't know why it randomly switched. But I don't know if it stays that way. No, it doesn't. That was just a random line that was like, I don't know. Well, they are a business per se, and they collect people with powers. Anyways, he said that way too calmly for my liking. See, it's back to normal. I don't know why I did that. People with powers collect business. How did you say that all so calmly? Listen, I need you to calm down. We just have to find out where they took them and get them back. Easy for him to say, this isn't his family. Hey, what about your dad? You never... Oh, hold on, sorry. You never answered my question, he asked. I guess trying to get on another topic. Well, he's dead and he has been for a while, so don't feel bad like most people do. I wasn't planning on it. My dad left and I haven't seen him since, he responded. Well, mine is better than his, I guess. His dad just walked away, mine died, so, you know. Anyways. He pulled out a phone. What's your mom and sister's names? He asked. My mom's name is Carolyn, my sister's name is Miley. Your mom really wasn't creative when it came to your names, was she? He said mockingly. I mean, no, she wasn't, but at least she didn't give me a name like Tyler. Well, let's go, said Tyler. Go? Where? Where are we going? He looked at me annoyed. We're going to a sort of headquarters. I looked at him questioningly, but went anyway. But of course, because of the recent chain of events, I should have learned that something crazy was going to happen. Well, 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 who do we have here? Said a random person. Who was that? My name is Ryder, and yours is Riley, I do believe. Get behind me, Riley, Tyler said with concern. Sorry, this scene's kind of funny. I've read this recently. Anyways, I moved behind him. Oh, is this your little lover boy? Hey, did you bring the protector? Tyler asked. The what? The prism thing. Tyler's side, by the way. That's why anyways. Why would I bring that? I did... Before I could finish what I was saying, something came flying at us. So you guys just gonna stand there and let me take you, or what? Tyler stepped up and said, guess I'm gonna have to be the protector for this one. I responded in disgust. Please don't say that ever again. And I don't know why I find that so funny. I think the 13-year-old me was a genius. Because comedically, I was just a genius. I don't... Any other subject, not really. But writing, absolutely hilarious. Love it. Then we all fought. Yeah. He was blasting something out of his hands. Tyler pulled some lightsaber thing, and I just stopped him from killing me, which meant a lot of hiding behind stuff. Why don't you just give up already and give up the girl? Ryder said out of breath. Don't give up, Tyler.
Stop the violence.
Very encouraging, Riley. Why don't you help? Well, what do I do? I said. Use your powers, you dummy, he said, annoyed. I glanced at him. Well, how do I do that? Ryder shot another beam at us. Hurry up and give up already, Ryder said impatiently. Riley, you don't know anything about your powers, asked Tyler. Why would I replied, annoyed. Ryder shot a beam out of his hand, but it hit Tyler this time. Oh, just a little reenaction of the scene for ya. Tyler yelled in pain. Tyler, I yelled in fear. Tyler, sorry. Something happened, but maybe not what you'd expect. I ran and I didn't stop. Ryder following close behind. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have left him there. But I can't go back. Suddenly someone was in front of me and behind me and to either side of me. I couldn't tell who they were or what they wanted, but I knew it wasn't anything good. You're coming with us, one of them said, and then grabbed me. They covered my mouth and I fainted. I woke up on what seemed to be a table, and then I heard a voice I couldn't make it out, though. I don't know how to use any kind of abbreviation, it seems. That was quite a way of getting her here, said the man. I carefully got off the table and moved close to the door. Sorry, the door had a window on it, so I peeked through it. I saw who was talking, and it was Tyler. Then he and whoever he was with looked towards the door, but I ducked my head before they saw me. I started to go back to the table so they wouldn't notice me when I knocked something over on accident. I ran to the wall behind the door as they came into the room. "Where did she go?" questioned the man with Tyler. I snuck out the door behind them and ran. When Tyler noticed, he started to follow me. I saw a room with an open door and slipped inside. Tyler ran past. I waited there for a bit to make sure no one else was following him. When I saw everyone else run past, I bolted the other way down the hallway. Yep. I ran for a while, hiding to take breaks in between, when I finally saw an exit. And just as I was about to leave, he caught me. "Let go of me," I exclaimed while trying to get my arm out of his grasp. "I'm not letting you go until you let me explain myself," he said firmly. "Why should I?" I asked. Because I will help you find your sister-in-law." I looked at him and reluctantly agreed, so we walked to a more reasonable spot to talk. "Okay, so I didn't want them to bring you here in such a rough way, but they did, so sorry about that. But the people who took your sister and mom, they're my family, but they're horrible people, so I would never do anything with them. Me and my mom are the only two who didn't join them, and that's why my dad left. We had to get you to protect you from them," he explained. "So the best idea was to kidnap me?" I asked. "Well, like I said, it wasn't my idea," he said with a nervous smile. "And I also kind of left you for dead in those woods, so sorry for that." "How did you live?" I asked. "When they came and kidnapped you, they came to help me at the same time," he said. "How do I make my powers work?" I asked with curiosity. "Well, guess we can figure it out together," he said with a slight smile on his face. A woman then called for him, and she looked like his mom. They talked in soft whispers, so I couldn't hear them. He came back with a frown on his face. "Are you okay?" I asked with concern. Yeah, I'm fine now. Let's figure out those powers of yours," he said. "So what powers do you think I have? Like telekinesis?" "So what powers do you think I have? Like telekinesis? Whatever else is a possibility?" "Well, you could have powers like your dad or random powers." "So what were my dad's powers?" I asked. "You don't know?" he said, confused. "Well, how would I know? He died when I was young." "Well, we can ask someone who knew your dad," he said. We walked to some type of nurse office. Tyler knocked on the door. "What can I help you with?" A deep-voiced tall man. "Is he hot?" "He could be hot." "Well, my friend here wanted to know what her father was like," Tyler said less confidently than usual. "Her father's name is?" he asked, looking a little annoyed. "His name was Nathan Bolton," I responded. "Nathan Bolton? Let me just check his file." It took him a while to find it. He looked almost happy to hear my father's name. "Here we go. He had telekinesis and glowing hands," he said. "Glowing hands?" I asked, confused. "Glowing hands. We never figured out what they did other than..." I'm coming back. "Glowing hands. We never figured out if they did anything other than glow," he responded. "Well, thanks," I said in disappointment. "Before you leave, my name is Bernard. If you ever need anything, I'm here." That goes for both of you. We both looked back and nodded. Tyler and I walked back to the training area. I tried making my powers work for hours. "Hey, maybe we should take a break and eat dinner." "Take a break?" Sorry. "Run away with us for the summer, let's go upstate. We can all go stay with my father." I need to stop. I'm an adult. Tyler said, "You can. I'll be right back," I said, not even looking in his direction. "You can't run on an empty stomach," Tyler said. "I'm not hungry. Go eat something if you are," I said, still not looking at him. "Look, if you use your powers for the first time without me, you'll have no one to be excited for you," he said. "Fine, only because you won't leave me alone." Then we walked to the cafeteria. Tyler looked like he was going to fall asleep in his food. I'm going to go to bed. You probably should too, Tyler asked, as he picked up his tray and went to his bunk. I went to my bunk as well, but I couldn't fall asleep. I was too busy thinking, why did all of this happen? More importantly to me. Hey! Throwback. Call back. Why did this happen? More importantly to me. So I snuck out to clear my head. It was shockingly easy to sneak out. It was shockingly easy to sneak out. Okay, yeah. I walked down to the training area to try to get my powers. Nothing I did worked, which made me start to think I didn't have any powers. I sat down and just cried. I heard someone come around the corner. It was one of the guards, so I hid. He was checking to make sure everyone was in their rooms. Suddenly, someone came up behind me. Hey, what are you doing awake? Said the voice behind me. I screeched. I turned around and it was Tyler. Oh my gosh, you scared me, I said in a whisper. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out why you were out so late, Tyler said. Well, we should both get back to our bunks. A voice from behind replied, I don't think whispering is very useful anymore. Tyler and I both jumped in fear. Sorry, me and Riley were just trying to get some energy out quietly, Tyler said with a scared smile. We'll get back to your bunks, said the guard. We nodded and went back to our bunks. It was still hard, but I drifted off to sleep. The next morning, me and Tyler were talking. What is this prism thing? The protector is what you called it? I asked. It just protects things or people with powers people put in it. It just protects things or people with powers people put in it. Yeah, anyways, it's less confusing. Anyways, he responded, well, whose powers are in it right now, I asked. I don't remember their name, Tyler said. We should go to my house and find it, I said. I don't think that's the best idea, Tyler said, a little worried. And why not, I asked, annoyed. Girl, you almost just died. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because we don't know who will follow us, Tyler said. Fine, let's just go eat and then we can try to see if I have powers, I said slightly annoyed. Annoyed. You can't talk anymore. It's not if, it's what they are, Tyler said, trying to reassure me. We walked to breakfast, but it felt like everyone was staring at me. Tyler, is it just me or is everyone staring? I asked once we sat down. It's just you. Maybe you should just eat, Tyler said. We ate, but it still felt like everyone was staring right at me. I think I'm going to skip out on training today because I don't feel good, I said, a little disoriented. I think you should. You look a little crazy-eyed, Tyler said, looking concerned. I went to my bunk and fell right to sleep. I woke up to everything floating. I went to get Tyler and dragged him to my bunk. I think I figured out my power, I said in excitement. Then I used my telekinesis. How'd you figure that out? Tyler asked in awe. I woke up and everything was floating, I said happily. Tyler looked very shocked. What's with you? I mean, this was expected, right? I asked. Your hands are glowing. Your hands shouldn't be glowing, Tyler said, still in awe. Still looking in awe. Are you sure that's it? Maybe we should go to Bernard, I said, slightly confused. No need for Bernard. It's fine, he said, trying to look okay with it. He left to go who knows where while I went to Bernard. I said, Hey, Bernard, he replied. What can I help you with, Miss Bolton? Miss Bolton, I've never been called that. Well, I figured out what my powers are, and Tyler seemed shocked, so I wanted to make sure my powers were normal. He looked at me while softly chuckling. Well, what are these powers of yours? You can show me if you want to. I showed him my telekinesis, and he looked shocked, even more than Tyler did. I said, annoyed. What? I said, annoyed. You too? I mean, what's wrong with my He cut me off. This can't be happening. Not to you too. I said, scared and confused, what can't be happening? What's wrong? He replied, your hands glow. That isn't good. Not while you're using your powers, I replied. I replied with a scared tone. But my dad's hands glowed. How did he die? I thought he died fighting someone. He did, didn't he? Bernard was about to speak when Tyler came in. What are you telling her? Bernard looked at him and said, I wouldn't worry too much. She came and asked me. Tyler looked at me. I thought I said you didn't need to come to him. I replied, I was just trying to figure out why you were so worried. Tyler took a deep breath, then went back to talking with Bernard. What have you told her? Bernard looked annoyed, told him, all I told her was stuff about glowing hands. Why don't you tell her something about the prism you know so much about? I looked at Bernard. He already told me about it. Bernard looked at Tyler with a grin. Are you sure he's told you everything? Tyler glared at him. You're acting like a child, Bernard replied. And what are you acting like? I was getting annoyed. Both of you shut up. What is Bernard talking about? Tyler finally told me something useful. The prison. It has summon powers in it, and they just so happen to be mine. I look at him confused. Is that a bad thing? Bernard looked at me. He didn't give up his powers by his own will. He was tricked. Confused, I asked, by who? Tyler gave me a worried look. It was your dad. I looked at him wide-eyed. But everyone always told me my dad was a good person. Boom! Mic drop. But now we're just going to separate this one and then the script one. Because 12 pages is kind of a lot. But it's probably not a lot to read. Because it's like line by line by line, of course. So, yeah. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And just remember, I love you. Just loved you. Toodles!